Hi y'all, my name is Heather B and I do be reading. Let's go over my March reading hopefuls. I have 2 goals for the month of March. And the first one is the most important one, which is that I would love to read at least 6 books in March. My goal for January was 5 books, and I read 5 books. Like, I just barely made it to the 5-book mark. And then my goal for February was to read 6, and I believe I'm on book number 9 right now. So in between doing more audiobooks and just really enjoying the physical books that I've been reading and the Kindle Unlimited books that I've been reading, between all of that, I had a good reading month this month, I guess. So for March, I would like to kind of stick somewhere in the middle and say that I want to read at least 6 books. My second goal, and my only real other goal for reading in March, is to have at least 2 of those 6 books come off of my physical TBR, because this thing's ridiculous. There's a cart next to me. There's these 2 bookshelves behind me. There's a cart and a stack on the floor over here that you can't see. It's a lot. And I want to get a lot more off of here than I typically do. So I don't always get all of my books off of my physical TBR, but I would like to put a little bit more effort into getting more of them off of here. With that being said, my March reading hopefuls are going to be completely off of my physical TBR. So we are going to use my gumball machine right here that has different reading prompts in it. We're going to use this machine to get 6 reading prompts, and then from that, I am going to pick 6 books off of my shelves, and we are going to see what my TBR is going to be for the month of March. Alright, we have 6 prompts. They are not color coded, so I have no idea what's in here. We have 2 reds, a purple, a yellow, a pink, and a green. Like I said, no color coding happened here. As you can see also with my gumball machine, it doesn't always give just 1 at a time. So I'm lucky we got just 6. The capsules aren't really the correct size. They're a little bit smaller than what they should be. So it's a work in progress, okay? Let's open these prompts up and see what we got. Prompt number 1, starting off strong, is romance. I can do something with that. I think I can do something with that. Prompt number 2, actually I have a book in mind for this already. Prompt number 2 is young adult, if you can see that. It's a little light. Prompt number 3 is reader's choice. We're getting some good ones, y'all. This is exciting. Prompt number 4. This is the pink ball. I color coded the insides, but not the outsides. Go figure. Special edition. This basically just means I have to pick something that is like signed or sprayed edge, or maybe like one of my probably smut books or something like that. I do have a lot of special editions. Prompt number 5. Ooh, intrigue, another young adult. I don't really have that many young adult books, but I'll figure it out. And prompt number 6. Continue series. This might be the most difficult one, unless I go the easy route, which I could. All right, so we have 1 reader's choice, We have 2 young adults, which is stressing me out a little bit. I have an idea for one of them, not sure about the second one. Then we have a special edition. We have the romance genre, and we have continuous series. I'm gonna go pick some books, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, that was infinitely harder than I thought it would be, but we have our 6 books, so let's talk about them. The first book I grabbed, and probably the easiest decision, was for the first young adult prompt, and that is going to be Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck. I read this book. I actually received this book as an ARC when I was younger, before I even knew what ARCs were. And I got it from my library, and I fell in love with it. And this is a part of a series, I believe it's 5 books, and it is about a girl who ends up falling for a guy who has a curse that turns him into a tiger. And I'm pretty sure he's a prince, possibly, but this book, I remember being obsessed with it, and I completely forgot about it by the time the second book came out, and I was young, so I didn't have book money. So I just never read the rest of the series. So I want to do this a reread, and then I want to read the rest of the series, which I do have now. So this is the first young adult book we picked. Our second YA pick was a little bit more difficult because I don't have a lot of YA on my shelves, and the ones that I have, I pick out to like specifically read pretty quickly. I forgot I had this book, but it is YA, so this is the one we're going with. This is Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. I remember I was very excited when they announced this book, and I just haven't picked it up. Honestly, I have so many books on my physical TBR that I forget about books easily that I have, and I bought this and remember being really excited about it and then just haven't picked it up yet. So it sounds like a perfect time. Fake Skating is a fake dating YA book about Alex and Danny, who were best friends when they were younger, were always together, and then Danny, our FMC, moves away with her parents, and years later, and kind of loses touch with Alex, and then years later moves back to town, and she goes to catch up with Alex, and he is a completely different person because they're teenagers now. So they end up being thrown together as fake boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's when the chaos ensues. I'm very excited to read this. I just also love the ice skating part of this. I'm hoping he's a hockey player, and I just think I'm going to have so much fun with this. So, second YA book secured. For our continue series prompt, I am not in the middle of too many series that have the new books out yet. I'm in the middle of maybe like 2 or 3 series, but we're still waiting on new books. So this one was kind of tricky, so I went the easy route. I'm currently reading One Dark Window, so we are going to add 2 Twisted Crowns to our TBR for March. I'm actually really enjoying One Dark Window. I'm really loving the writing style, and I hope I can finish it tomorrow. I'm having a great time with it. So adding this wasn't difficult. It was the easy route. For our Reader's Choice prompt, I decided to go with a book that TikTok has been telling me I absolutely have to read, which is Flock by Kate Stewart. I've been told to get tissues ready. I am going to go into this blind. I have no idea what to expect, and that's how I do most of my books. I go into them completely blind because I have so much more fun that way. So nobody tell me what to expect other than needing tissues. I'll be reading this hopefully next month. Hopefully sooner than that. Hopefully I'll be reading it within the next couple days, but we'll see. For our special edition prompt, I decided to go with a book that I've also been seeing all over Book Talk, which is We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark. Again, I got this is our special edition because I got it from Allurial, which if you haven't heard of Allurial, they are the book of the month subscription for strictly romantasy books, and it's fantastic. Highly recommend. I've been seeing this book everywhere. Again, have no idea what it's about. We're going to go in completely blind. I know it's a romantasy, obviously, because I got it from Allurial, but I'm going to stay as blind as possible on this one. Our last prompt was for the romance genre, which shouldn't have been as hard as it was because I primarily read romance books, but it was kind of tricky, and I was thinking to myself, what can I take off of my TBR that I wouldn't normally reach for, but would be nice if I was able to like grab it down and give it some attention in my eyesight. So I ended up grabbing one of the ARCs that I've gotten from the Barnes & Noble book fests that I've gone to in the past. And this is Backhanded Compliments by Katie Chandler. And it looks like It is an LGBTQ friendly book because it has 2 FMCs here. I'm actually pretty excited to read this. I didn't know that I owned this. This is the problem with the Barnes & Noble Book Fest, is that you get so many ARCs and it's great, but like it's like too many all at the same time. But I am excited to pick this up. I'm assuming it is about 2 women tennis players. That's really all I got, and that's what I'm going to go off of. Like I said, I like going into things blind, so I will check back in and let you guys know how it is. This book is already out, even though I have it as an ARC. It came out on June 10th of last year. All in all, I would say I'm pretty excited to read all of these. I will say I'm most excited about Tiger's Curse and Flock, but I am actually pretty excited about this Backhanded Compliments book. I'm really curious to see what it's about, and I just think it's going to be a fun time, honestly. We'll see how this month goes. This is my physical March TBR. Hopefully I can get through all of these. If not, it's okay, no stress, but I will check back in with you guys at the end of the month to let you know how it went. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you'll like, follow, subscribe, do all the fun things. If you want to find me anywhere else, my username is the same on Booksta and BookTok, and obviously BookTube at heatherb_reads.